Hello guys and welcome to another video on Someone Does Gaming. Now I haven't released a video in quite a while. I thought I'd do a video today for you guys and yeah, see how this goes. Now I released a video on Tom Clancy's The Division back in April, early April, where I did a gameplay test video on the Radeon HD 6770. Since then I have upgraded my graphics card. I got a new graphics card. I now have the Radeon HD 7870. This one has a 2 GB of VRAM as opposed to the 6770 that had 1 GB of VRAM. So I'm now going to do a new gameplay test video for the Division on the 7870 with the 2 GB of VRAM and see how it performs in comparison to my last video that I did on the 6770. Apart from that, there's been no other changes on my system. The rest of my system specs are the same, just a new graphics card, and that's all there is to it. Right, so let us get straight into it and let's get this new test underway. And before I do that, I would like to say thanks for helping me reach my milestone of reaching 100 subscribers. I do appreciate that. Keep on supporting my channel and help me grow even further if you find these videos helpful. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go straight into options. Gonna go into video first of all. Now I'm running the game again in full screen mode. This time I'm running the game in resolution of 1920 by 1080. So I'm running at 1080p, 60 Hz refresh rate. So the main part that we're interested in is in the graphics option. That's where we need to be. And as you can see in the top left corner, you can see all the stats for this game. So you've got the first line shows the GPU temperature and the usage. The second line shows the memory for the GPU card. Currently now where we're looking at on the mini screen, it's using 816 MB out of the 2 GB of VRAM. Then the third line, the D3D11, that is the FPS information. So currently now as it stands, it's currently at 60 FPS. The line below that is the CPU percentage, it's the CPU temperature and usage, and below that is my RAM usage. Currently using about 5.5 GB. My system has 8 GB of memory. Right, so we're currently in the graphics options here. Now if you remember from my last video, there is low, medium, high and ultra. So we're gonna run it all on and custom as well, but we're not going to do custom. So we're going to run everything on these on the preset settings. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to run this on low, and all the other options below it correspond to that low graphics preset. So yeah, so we're going to run on the low graphics quality first of all. I'll scroll down here so you can have a look. So all this relates to the low preset setting. So feel free to pause the video, make sure everything here matches. Right, so that's all there is. So first of all, we're going to run this game on low. So we're going to go back, and we're going to hit continue, and we're going to get straight into it. Alright, here we are right in the game. So like I said, we're running this game right now on the low quality setting, and as you can see straight off the bat, in the game we are about 60 FPS. On this low settings we are getting 60 FPS, and as you can see all the textures all around the environment. You can tell that this is pretty basic level of settings. You can see the texture quality and how it looks is all pretty low. There's a lot of shadowing effects everywhere as well, lighting effect. You can see a lot of particles flying about on the screen as well, smoke on the floor, a bit of reflection going on as well. So even on low settings you are still seeing quite a lot of detail in this game, and yeah, we are still getting 60 FPS, which is much better than what if I remember correctly on the last video that I did on the 6770. I believe on low we were getting about 25-30, something along that line. These two guys are fighting. Let's break it up. There we go, we broke up the fight. So we're getting about 25 to 30 FPS on low setting on the 6770, which wasn't too great in comparison to this. I mean, you can see a lot of detail happening everywhere, smoke, snow falling all around the environment, a lot of textures everywhere, a lot of detail everywhere just on this low setting, and we are getting 60 FPS. Currently the graphics card memory is now at 1.8 gigabyte, and my system memory is currently at 6.3 gigabyte. So yeah, it's not too bad. Everything is running very nicely on this low settings. I mean, I'm running now, as you can see there's no stuttering, no freezing. It's running very well on this new card, on the 7870. There's no issues at all on this card. There's a lot of detail everywhere. Did someone just say something to me? No idea. But yeah, there is a lot of detail everywhere just on this low setting, and I mean, playing this game on the low setting on this card 7870, it will be a very good experience in terms of frame rate, because you get a really good frame rate. So yeah, as you can see, 60 FPS is pretty much the average frame rate on this low settings. There's no problems with this game at all, and it runs really nicely. What are we doing now? Shall we go and try and find anyone to kill? These are good guys. Should we look for some enemies anywhere? You can see a lot of shadow effects as well on the floor, birds flying everywhere. So yeah, there's a lot going on this in this environment, and it looks pretty nicely done. Even on low settings you can see that everything functions and performs well. Right, so what we're now going to do, I'm going to stop here and we're going to change the graphical settings. So we're going to hit escape, we're going to go into settings, go back into graphics. Now this can be changed on the fly, so you're going to graphics quality. We're going to change the next level in this setting, which is medium. Now as you can see below it, the corresponding settings also change that reflect the medium preset as well. So I'll scroll down, you can have a look, make sure your settings also match. So a few things have changed. This has gone up as well from 1 times to 4 times. Loads of different elements have changed as well to reflect that setting level. So once we do that, we're going to hit apply, apply settings, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see everything change as well accordingly. There you go. Don't know if you can tell, but it did change on the fly. So we're now running this game on medium settings, and currently straight away you can see that my frame rate is now 50 FPS. So I lost about 10 FPS, 45 to 50, so I lost about 10 FPS give or take. So it's not too bad, it's not a huge reduction at all. Oh no, I just shot at the cars, I'm tired. So yeah, everything is still running smoothly, 45, 50 FPS on medium settings. The graphics has improved as well. You can tell the graphics have improved. There's... oh crap, didn't even realise there was enemies there. Why are these guys always fighting? Let's go and sort these guys out. Why do people fight in this game for? Hey, stop fighting, I'll shoot you. There you go, run away. There we go. So yeah, a lot, as you can see, you can still see a lot of environmental effects. a lot of snow particles everywhere. You can see the shadow on the floor moving as well. So as you move around, you can see the shadow moving as well. So the sun is going down. This is obviously, there's a sun behind the building somewhere, or this part of the building. You can see a lot of different quality in graphics to reflect the medium settings. You can see the sky. So yeah, there is a lot going on in this environment, and the game performs really well on medium. If I remember correctly on my last video, on medium settings, I think I barely got about 20 FPS, 25 maybe, something along the lines of that, which is not great at all in order to be able to try and play this game to have a good experience in terms of frame rate, and to have a good experience in terms of quality as well. So as you move around, you can see the FPS level does fluctuate quite a bit, from 40 to 45 to 50, which is really good in terms of playability, in terms of the graphics settings for this game. So I'm running this at 1080p on medium settings. Getting that sort of FPS level is nice and well. It's very good, and you can see a lot of detail everywhere. I mean, you can see a lot of detail in the car. You can see the reflection, the quality of the colors of the car. You can see the effects of the sun. All this part here is nice and bright. There's shadowing on the buildings, so the sun's coming down, so this is getting covered up. Yeah, you can see a lot of detail everywhere, which is very good. And running this game on the 7870, you'll have a very good experience as well. You can also see a lot of reflection on the floor in terms of where the puddles are. There's a lot of reflection everywhere, a lot of detail across everywhere. Footprints in the snow as well.
Echo available for playback nearby.
So you can see footprints in the snow. So it's very good quality. Right, so what I'm now going to do is we are going to go and change the settings again. So we're going to hit escape. We're going to go to settings, graphics. We're going to change it to the next stage, which is high. So this is the next graphical settings, high, and you can see a lot options has changed as well to reflect that settings. So loads of things have changed. You can pause the video to make sure everything matches. This is now changed all the way to 8 times now. So loads of things have changed. So we're now going to run this game on high. So we're going to come down here, we're going to hit apply, and there we go, it's now changed. Now straight away you can see that my FPS has now even dropped now. So it's currently about 33 FPS. You can see it. Okay, this civilian needs help. Let's help him.
I'm talking to you.
Okay, you ran away. Never mind then. It's not my fault. You wanted to go away. I was going to help you. So you can see there is a lot of detail now. Running this game on high, you can see there is a lot of details and improvement. You can see the floor where there's a lot of
readings indicate an echo nearby.
Where there's puddles everywhere. You can see a lot of reflection of the clouds, buildings. Again, footprints in the snow as you're walking around. A lot of footprints in the snow. So very fine details.
Echo available for playback nearby.
I don't care about the echo. Leave me alone. The smoke coming out from the floor. So just walking down the street, there's a lot of lighting effect as well. So this part of the building is nice and bright due to the sun. There's shadowing everywhere. There's guys here going through the trash. There's a dog there. Should we kill that dog?
Hard to tell which direction that came from.
I just killed that dog. I'm so evil. I'm so evil. I don't know why I killed that dog. That's so sad. But yeah, just running around this environment, going, running down these streets and sideways and alleyways, even running this game on high, it's very, very good. Are these guys bad guys? Nope. What are they even doing anyway? These are bad guys. Oh crap, there's quite a few. We need to kill these guys. Oh my god, I'm so bent. I am so bent. This guy's chucking something. Run away.
Why is it taking so long? Turn out for a check. Damn it, no!
Where's the other guy?
Gas in! Ah, what?
There we go. That was nicely taken care of. Now you can, if I just stand around here and just pan the camera around, look at my character. He looks boss, doesn't he? He looks awesome with his sniper rifle and the gun. But yeah, as I pan the camera around, you get to see a lot of quality in the environment. There's a lot of shadowing effects and lighting effects. It's all in relation to the sun and the lighting dynamics of how things change over time. There's snow falling around the environment. This part there is really bright. That's pretty much where the sun is. So yeah, there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on in this environment, and I mean, running this game on high settings, on high graphical settings, and getting about 40 FPS is very worth it in terms of playability. And what's this? It's an echo data. So in terms of playability and terms of graphics, that is a really good performance that you'll get out of this game. I mean, there's no issues running this game at all. All this heavy details in the graphics, and it's still running really nicely on high settings, and it's getting a really good playable FPS at 40, which is good. So yeah, the 7870 performs really well on this game, and there's no issues or problems at all on this game. Whoops. Right, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to pause here, hit escape, and we're going to change the settings one last time. We're going to go into graphics, and we're going to go to the next level, which is Ultra. That's the highest level in this game. You can see a few of these options have also changed to reflect the Ultra preset. So I'll scroll down, you can have a quick look. That's now at 16 times, which is the maximum. So a lot of these have now changed, and we're now going to run it on Ultra. We're going to hit apply. There we go. You can tell that the effects have now, the settings have now taken effect. Right, so here we are. Okay, so the environment has now changed. You can see a lot more fine detail now in this Ultra setting. My FPS currently is at 19 FPS, so it has dropped quite a bit because there is a lot going on. I mean, it's a snowstorm right now. There's a massive snowstorm. It's quite dense, so yeah, so there's quite a bit going on now with this snowstorm. But yeah, you can see this is a really heavy snowstorm in this area. A lot of details in the environment and the graphics quality. This is running at ultra graphics settings, and I'm currently getting about 25 FPS, so it's not too bad. I think there's enemies over here somewhere. Yep, let's shoot these guys.
Too bad for you. Got him. Too bad for you. You don't belong here.
We're alright. We're kind of in the middle of a firefight right now. There's guys coming everywhere. I think there's some guy. Oh crap! There's guys coming this way as well. I'm getting flanked. Oh snap, I just killed him. I just blew something up. I know there's another guy somewhere. I need to go and find him.
You won't last.
There you go, running. I thought I saw someone running through this street in this heavy dense snow, and on this ultra setting I'm getting 25 FPS, so it's really good. It performs really well. I mean, playing this on ultra settings at 25 FPS it runs really smoothly and there's no problems at all. There's no stuttering, there's no freezing. I mean, the game isn't freezing, the game isn't stuttering. Right now my RAM usage is at 6.9 and the memory usage for the graphics card is at 1.6. So yeah, and it's performing really well. So you can pretty much play this game on Ultra if you wanted to, but that would mean a bit more of a lower FPS. What are these guys doing over there? Are these good people or bad people? They're good people. So yeah, I mean, it performs really well. I mean, there's no issues at all with this game, running this game on Ultra, even in this settings level, with all the heavy snowfall that's happening in the environment. Getting about 25 to 30 FPS. I mean, it is fluctuating, so 25 to 30, depending on what's happening in that environment, which is still a very playable frame rate. I mean, this game, trying to run this game on Ultra on the 6770, there is no way we would get this level at all. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when I did it, I think I got about 5 FPS, maybe even lower than that. So it became very unplayable. And to get this sort of FPS level on this setting, on this 7870,
an echo nearby.
this game performs really well on this card. Do you need help? There you go.
Ringrazio Dio che c'è gente come te.
So yeah, this game performs really well on this card, on this Ultra setting. Alright, so let's see if we can find any more enemies to kill. Oh, there's a manhole. I almost dropped in the manhole. I was not watching where I was going. There's quite a few enemies around here. I'm just walking around. Let's kill these guys.
This is the good stuff.
Oh my god! Get shot at! Just die!
And they're both down. I killed them without any problems at all. Inventory full. Okay, I can't take anything because my inventory is full. Right. So that is that, guys. I hope this video has been useful. I'll let you guys see the view of this environment. I'll do a quick 360 so you can have a quick look at this game in Ultra settings at 1080p. There's a lot of detail in this game and it's really good to try and play this at the highest level of detail that you can in order to get a good experience of this game. So on the 7870 or any card that has a 2GB of VRAM, I would recommend to try and play this game at high settings, at least high settings. On the high settings you still get about 40-45 FPS. You get to see the good details of graphics. And if you want to play at Ultra settings, if you don't mind losing a bit of FPS, then that's perfectly fine. You can play this game on Ultra settings as well. If you feel that it doesn't perform that well on high or Ultra, play on medium. Medium is like the middle ground. You get a good decent amount of graphical settings quality, along with a decent frame rate of about 45, 50. So yeah, that is a good FPS level to play at, along with good quality as well. And yeah, I mean on low as well it runs perfectly fine. So my recommendation on this is play this game on medium to high, if possible play on Ultra, because on Ultra you get to see a very good level of detail and you get a good experience as well. Me personally, I would probably play this game on high just so that I can get a bit more FPS, as well as still keeping a good level of graphical detail as well. So I'll probably play this game on high. So I hope this video has been useful. If it has, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, leave a comment, help my channel grow. Show this video to your friends that are that are interested in playing this game. And yeah, subscribe and hopefully join me in the next video where I will give you some more gameplay test videos. And until then, stay safe.